big.
Well, I went back in time and I got my hair. Steelers Nation Australia headband. We'll get you some like high socks. We'll get you some like these shorts.
Hey,
well, you're standing up.
Easy.
Yeah.
It's like balls of fairy.
So when JJ52 says, will Raygun make the 53? No, she's cut.
If you're not going to take Raygun, I know a place in Western Pennsylvania where she'll fit right in. Right at the cookie table at a wedding.
She could be my second string long
Call her
snap.
Dr. Boogie or Dr. Get Down and tell her she has a PhD Get Down. Like, play the music,
You know what? If she'd had some bling and looked like LL Cool J and I'm gonna knock you out, she might have won.
Steelers Nation, what's going on? Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia, and also welcome to Steelers Dynasty Podcast. Bubba and Shano, it's the first fucking time I've been in my room that we've done a Tuesday podcast, like the actual Australia in my room, in like a month and a half.
Wow. Does your bed feel like, oh, he's coming home?
But just doing the podcast here again, like it's like nothing. It's like I never went over there. You know, and there was one time I did miss a Tuesday because I was going on a date, but you know, things happen.
But you did go over there, and you were like a world traveler, and you had a great time, and you had experiences. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was heaps fun. But I do miss my Tuesday record. Yours is you guys 100%. My Tuesday. Oh wait, is your Monday? What the fuck is it? No, it's Tuesday, isn't it?
Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't fucking remember. Tuesday record is 99 and 100, and your guys is 100 for 100. So that's how it is. But what's going on, Bubba and Shane? How's it going?
Well, I want to ask you because I've been having my phone. I didn't look at my phone all day, but I did see some stuff at the gym, which it was nowhere near any Steelers stuff. So I guess we didn't make a trade for anybody.
Well, yes and no.
Okay.
Like today, made a trade? No.
Today. Okay.
The other day? Yes. And that's what I think's funny, because people will lose their minds, like Bubba almost did it off screen.
I did. I'm trying to hold my anxiety to a temperature because I just want the Ninja Master to have all these weapons, or another offensive lineman would be good too, but that didn't happen either, I guess.
I thought they might have done that as well. I thought they might have brought another guard or someone like that to boost up the offensive line because of injuries. Yeah. I'm not surprised they didn't make a move, to be honest. I was surprised that the Colts spent 2 first-round picks for the Jets cornerback Sauce Gardner. I don't think he's worth 2 first-round picks.
Oh my God, no.
Why is your team doing so well? Then you fucked that up. Like that's silly to me. That's crazy to me.
I don't know. I not for 2.
Is he worth it?
No, not for 2 picks like that. No, not for 2 number ones.
No. How is that like an outlier where they just went, oh, the Colts think he deserves that, or was he always going to get that from other teams? Sauce Gardner is a good player for the Jets, yada yada yada. We know lockdown corner. However, I don't think he's worth 2 first picks.
Shane, what do you think, Shane?
That's a lot of picks, brother. I mean, even 1 first-round pick is like, okay, I can kind of see it if the way that the contract's structured, you're not going to take a huge, I don't know, guys.
But is that really just setting your team up? Like the Colts are going 7-2 now, getting a bit of winning culture back. They have their quarterback, have their running game. Wouldn't you want those picks to build up certain areas?
Yeah.
That to me, I woke up and I was like, what? Why? That made no sense to me. Yeah, very true. Everyone's asking what's too high and Steelers weren't interested.
But if you can show the picture, I'm going to tell you what people on Facebook are screaming.
What? What are they screaming about? I was screaming before we started.
I rarely look in the bottom now. I should look at. I never look in there anymore. I'd never see that bottom part down there.
Con!
Oh,
That's not right.
That I don't know why he didn't try to wheel and deal something. Seriously though. Seriously, wheel and deal on
He may have.
Well, there's people out there. Like I know Jacoby Myers was the Jacksonville Jaguars traded. I don't know what they got for that. I have no idea. But like even at depth or something, not giving away the farm, but I knew Waddle was too much. Waddle was way too much, and that wasn't going to happen. And I don't want to give a first round pick to anybody anymore because when you don't have a first round pick, it's just so boring for draft for us.
Yeah, screws the draft up.
Yeah.
All the the day before, then nothing.
Okay, well, if that's what they got for Jacoby Myers, a 4th and a 6th, we could have done the same thing.
I think there were talks where they were interested in Myers. There were talks they were interested in another receiver too, Rashid, someone from the Saints.
Yeah,
maybe Waddle.
I just thought they were going to put more emphasis and more gas on the fire to get this team to where they need to be and get all the stuff going because I don't.
The thing is, like, we don't know. This is what I find really funny. We don't know the fucking ins and outs. Kez says we couldn't give a 4 and 6 for Kobe. Maybe they wanted to trade with the Raiders. Like, we don't know the ins and outs.
I bet you the Raiders didn't want to trade with us because they fucking are pissed off because of the immaculate reception. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy as it sounds, but I just feel like we have opportunities, and like if that defense played Sunday like the Colts, they play against anybody, and they played against Colts like that. Like we are just salivating, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. Okay, but also too. Does Aaron Rodgers get us over the hump to get us to where we need to be? That's my only.
So far, he's looking pretty good.
I know
17 TDs.
I want to see
5
him
and 3.
He's better.
Scoring 25 points. They need to improve on the offense for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a better trajectory than it was last year with Russell Wilson. 100%.
Yes, but we didn't. I mean, they got that Mike Williams, and I mean, that Mike.
They only used him once. They used him
one
once
time.
And used him again.
But also, too, do you think maybe they're not using people that they could actually use on this practice squad, like Peppers?
I think we talked about that last week, though, as well. I think that is something. I love Mike Tom, but sometimes the moving train seems like it's too far in front, and they never put the person on it. They never do.
I don't know. I'm not trying to be that kind of guy, but I mean,
on the flip side, though, they got Cole Duggar. Didn't know Cole Dugan Duggar, whoever he is. No, I've known a guy who don't know who he is. He came from the Patriots. He linked up with Peppers, talked to him, talked to the defense, and he played fantastic and got the game.
77 plays out of 78.
On one side, the Steelers are doing nothing, which is a perception. On the other side, the Steelers did change the coaching scheme. They did change the personnel, and they fucking won the game.
Slay was put into a position where he was great. I mean, we gave him shit, but guys, he was laying wood. I put a link to a video where he hit the guy and I felt it. I mean, what a game.
I was given a few to say at the start because he was getting beat, but at the same time, they were stopping the run, take away the tight end, which they talked about. Queen talked about that, which was a thing that happened. And the 2 receivers did get a lot of yards, but in garbage time,
I heard this morning that the Colts playing on grass, they were like a half a set. They were not good team on grass. That's what Pursuta said this morning on DVE. So the Steelers playing on grass, you know what I mean, could cut better or maybe run better or get better push off because they're used to playing that turf at Indianapolis. But also, too, I mean, the defense was schematically different this game.
Much different.
And I'm still not a big Terrell Austin fan, and I don't think I ever will be because
that's okay. But I heard on the radio that they were playing back more zone, more of a simple concept. They weren't blitzing as much as they used to. And that they had the rush from the outside, and the Colts tackles didn't do their job well enough. And they got the job done by forcing turnovers. And I think that's what I find a little bit funny where it's day to day. Because we didn't make a trade today, Yinzers are like, oh, the world's on fire again. However, a few days ago, we traded for Duggar, came in and just did what a football player should do. Play football and not get talked about. He came in and was like not near perfection, but played good football, for a team that now he's going to be starting at strong safety, Ramsey at safety. They are moving things. Like you see that people say that Coach Tomlin isn't doing this, isn't doing that, or whatever. They're fucking trying so many things all the time. You know, we're only if we only like a speck on a fly on the wall if we can peek in and have a look at a Twitterverse or a tweet, right? I think they're doing okay. But I do want to give a big shout out to this bloke next to me. This way, right? That way. Shane. Shane said to us both, Bubba, don't walk off the ledge.
Well, I just get angry. I just get angry because I know because $166 million should get you a better result. So
I told you it's going to be okay. And I said, well, let's play the what if game because this is what's going to happen. Your heads are going to explode if I didn't say it was going to happen, but I said if they beat the Colts.
But I took them to beat the Colts. I mean, I take them to beat them all the time, but I felt that they were going to beat the Colts because the Colts were playing in Pittsburgh. Which is, and you saw TJ Watt come back that he's been absent for a couple weeks, and you've seen the big name players that are getting paid big money show up. And I think they showed up because maybe Ramsey talked to him Saturday night, and they were playing in front of like I said, me and Mark said the other day, and in front of the 20-year anniversary guys
was
too.
On holiday with this guy running around Europe. He wasn't in fucking pads.
If you were a betting man though, and you're putting like $10 million on it, you probably wouldn't choose the Steelers because the way their form was actually pretty terrible from the Bengals game, from the Green Bay Packers game into this. That's why I chose them to lose because I thought Colts are going to run in. And they had the best AFC team, 7-1 running game was fantastic. It's fantastic, right? What Shane was saying last week was, hang on a minute, the team just got to adjust bits here and there, right, and turn it around. And I think to the point we're at now, if the Steelers can play like this week to week, they're a playoff team. Now, the struggle will be to go back to what they normally do.
I agree with you on that, but also, too, the Steelers, when they have turnovers, it's plus whatever. And they had turnovers galore Sunday and against New England. In those two games, they had 11 turnovers. That is the thing. If we don't win the turnover battle, we're going to be right. We cannot be in trouble. But I'm just so I just know that I want Rodgers to have more weapons. They're not using the stuff. I figured they were going to trade a tight end today. I not Washington because Washington
one of our tight ends. Nah, they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, for a receiver. Because what about if somebody gets hurt? If a receiver, if Metcalf goes down, and I don't know what the fuck Metcalf's problem is, but he's not producing right now. He's not.
I disagree. I think Metcalf is producing. I think he's got the TDs for it. What I saw in the last few games with the Vikings and the big plays, yeah, he has drops, but I think it's also the way that the offense is running right now. I wouldn't trade any tight ends away, not even Connor Hayward, because they're using Darnell, John New, Muth. They're using all the fellas together, and they are running that jumbo personnel. I would disagree. I think we are very reactionary of like, oh, DK Metcalf had 2 drops, but it's fucking DK Metcalf. He's still much better than Pickens and anyone else.
But Metcalf had a touchdown drop. Geno Smith had a very serious drop. I know. I'm just saying, and that interception that Rodgers threw, the physical presence of DK, that should have never ever happened. That should have never happened.
Yeah,
on that was it? What game was that? I can't remember what game it was, but
DK.
And I know he is. I understand, but also too, if he's drawing double coverage, we don't have anybody else that's getting any other coverage. Because honestly, like I just wanted to see another weapon. That's all. Because we get into the hunt. I mean, we get into the harder defenses. We need weapons to
I think they do have them though. I think they've got Austin. I think they've got Jonas Smith, which they're using well. I think they're using Darnell Washington too. They're also using Rodgers talked about it, getting the ball to Warren and those guys. Now they're not your traditional weapons like Cincinnati with T. Higgins and those 2 guys.
No.
I think that DK Metcalf, if he can draw 2, which he is, they can get the ball. And of course, Robin Wilson is I think he's starting to step up. At the same time, Rodgers is finding his targets, to me, the receivers that he's feeling most comfortable with. And that's at the moment now Frymouth and it's Washington and it's DK. And they'll feed the ball a bit to Austin. I don't think we overall needed to make a big play to go and give draft picks to a receiver number 2. They've been talking about receiver number 2 for yonks, right? But yeah, Shana, what do you think about this? Me and Bob are in disagreement. What do you think?
That's okay. We're alled to.
That's fine. We're not going to fucking hate you.
I mean, you can disagree.
Not like the AFC North Roundtable.
Oh, fuck them guys.
Yeah, fuck those guys. We can agree on that. But no, I think you're both wrong because listen here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They have 3 decent tight ends. Okay, I didn't include Hayward in there. But they did get what's the guy's name from that AA Ron used to throw back to from
MVP or whatever.
Yeah, MVP, yeah.
MVP.
They got STD. They got STD, whatever the fuck.
Well, he probably is going to get off the practice squad, but I mean they got him economic.
But you know, they have a team that can, if they could just put together a solid game. That was an outlier with all those interceptions and fumbles. Okay. What they have to do and what they did back when they were Super Bowl champs and they had Bettis and they don't have the same setup. They don't have a power back, but you still need to control the clock. You need to be able to get first downs, not go 3 and out, whether it's a pass or run. You got to control that clock and not lose those games they lost a couple weeks ago where they just didn't have the team with the possess the ball last. That's the difference in these closer games when you don't have the big turnover margin.
We had and that team you're talking about, the Super Bowl team, whether it's the first one or the second one, the offensive line, the running. We had a better running in the when we beat Seattle. I think our running was better then.
They could take 7 minutes off with like that. They could just grind it out, and that's kind of like, you know, Indianapolis did that, you know, weeks ago, and I thought they were really good because they had ball and they controlled the ball. They controlled the time possession. Steelers haven't really.
I still think they are really good though. I think the Colts still are really a good team. We'll see them bounce back
really
when they go to Germany, but they have their recipe right now is play, you know, get the ball out quick with Jones and run the rock, right? But I understand what Bubba's saying, and what Steel fans are saying for the last few years. Playmakers. But I think you've got them in different ways this year. This year is like the tight end group to me, honestly, they need to get the ball to Jonnu Smith more. They need him.
That's it. I mean,
one drop, Bubba. That's only one fucking drop.
Well, I think he had more than one drop? Like, I don't know how many drops they've. I think Aaron Rodgers throws the ball too hard when it touches these guys. I'm telling you, like
they need to get the ball. He needs to get the ball
in the chest or in the hands. And chat, you guys can say whatever, but I think Aaron Rodgers, the velocity of him, how he throws the ball, I think sometimes it's right there, and I think it's too hard. Like fucking, and he was throwing it with a fucking finger fuck up. Like, I just want to see, because I think in the offseason, the Steelers put this team together to go to where, I mean, they brought Aaron in to say, hey, look, this is what we're going to do, and this is where we're going to be. I just want to see the pieces that could have been around him a little bit more. You know what I mean? And that's all, because he has not thrown for 300 yards this year. I don't think he's going to, and he's managing the clock and he's doing that. But also, too, I think that we need to run the ball a little more, and we didn't do that much Sunday. And I think maybe with Malik to getting taken out, I don't know what the problem was. I don't know.
Just again,
that's not good because, you know, and I figured they were going to make a trade for a guard or somebody interior lineman to help us out. That Johnson guy from the Raiders, he fell out of favor. He was a second-round pick. He's a big dude. I don't even know what position he plays, but we need some depth. And if this jumbo package is the best thing that we've had in many years, and that's all I want. I want the Steelers, because the respect that Colts coach gave us, he didn't give us any fucking respect.
No,
on a defense.
Here's a good point. I'm actually sticking up for. I think the Steelers do have weapons, and I think they're playing a different way than we have seen previously with like Antonio Brown, Martavius Bryant, these guys, receiver twos, and this, and this. J-Double says, I think we're 7-0 when Washington gets 40 snaps a game. That includes running the game too. I want to see them run the ball much more than they do. Like Warren's got 16 carries, but however, it's still working. And in this game versus Colts, they turned the ball over 6 times. you say you want yards. I say it's a short field. You know, like you can't get yards if you have a short field at the 30.
I'll take the turnovers too, but also too the turnovers you got to score. Like I was a little upset on that punt muff. We didn't score, but thank God.
Well, this is another
I guess it's a full beer, not a half beer. I guess with me, everything's got to be full. I guess.
No, this one's a controversial one too because I'm in a bit of like flippy floppy with this too.
Okay.
Last week, a lot of Steelers fans want Mike Tomlin to go for 4th down. Right, everyone's like, go 4th down, get TD, get TD. Yeah. Mike Tomlin talked about that he didn't want field goals. He wanted to go for the TD. Next minute, they have a position where they play pretty two-shit plays to get in there, and they have the 4th down, and I'm thinking go for the field goal, get points, make it 7-3. And then Steelers fans say, well, they will then bag him out. Why didn't he go for the field goal? Week before, they say, should have went for the TD. I've realized now I'm
not used to Tomlin going for a 4th down anyway. So when he goes for it, I'm not used to it. I mean, that's not his MO.
He used to 6-7 years ago. He was very like that. He was
automatic pause.
He was 2-point conversions, this and this. But Shane, what are your thoughts on that, Shane? Like we had 4th down. Do you go points or do you go TD? I wanted points.
I would say go. Here's the thing. There was a pass play in there that shouldn't have been a pass play. They should have ran it a couple times, but I honestly think they should have just took the points.
Do you think Mike Tomlin got in his own head then? Because Mike Tomlin talked about the press conferences and said, "I won't." He
convinced himself that this was,
and he had to.
I think. I'm going to say because you're going against the AFC Colts, the best team in the AFC, you have to try to get a touchdown. And I was upset when he didn't, because they didn't run the rock when they were down that way.
It was not the best play calling.
Just play calling was bad
to get into the end zone. Yeah. What is this shit? 6,
what
7.
Is that? What is that?
6, 7.
What is that?
I don't know. It's like a new thing the kids do these days.
What? Us doing this?
6, 7.
What the hell?
6, 7.
It's like I'm at a strip joint. I don't know what else it means. For real? What does it mean?
I don't know either. All righty.
I thought you were making
let's get into some super chats. Gino has sent us on your side, fellas. Punch your fellow Steeler fan and enjoy the ride. That's what he probably do at the game too, with Larry behind him.
Oh, cousin Larry.
5. Yeah. And one on my side as well. Jeans, $1.99. I picked the wrong beer. What does that mean? He opened a beer up and went, what the hell?
Oh, he picked an Iron City instead of a Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I don't mind both beers, actually.
I drank Pabst in Cleveland one time, me and Bernsey, and it was kind of quite an experience.
You know what? Sometimes I'm like, if it's cold enough, you just don't care what it is.
That's right. If it's not cold, then you'll care.
Yeah, 100%. Because when I was in Austria, I just went in there and said, give me a beer. Which one? Don't care. Just give me one.
Something cold. Well, you're the only guy in the bar watching sports. So.
Oh, that was except Foster's. I had a Foster's over there. That was piss. That was actual piss. That was terrible. I had a Foster's in some Dublin bar for the first. That's the first time I've ever had one. I've never had one.
Wait, you're from Australia? Isn't that?
I've never had a Foster's ever.
That's your beer. Why wouldn't you have a Foster's?
No, it's not. No. They tricked all you guys. It's not our beer. They tricked you. It's not. They market it towards Americans and say that was our beer, but it's not our beer. They tricked you.
So they're giving us a line of crap and telling us to buy it coming from Australia, but it's not real. You guys don't even drink that beer?
No, I've never had it. I've had it once. Okay, the first time I saw Foster's was in Pittsburgh, Mount Washington, in a bottle shop, and the second time I saw it was in Dublin. I had a drink. I've never seen it here. That's coming from the source.
I know. I
never.
Like what the? Like that's. I got nothing.
Paul Hogan's Australian. He's a legend. He's an absolute legend. He looks.
So he's a real Australian. He's not a fake Australian.
He looks at the sun and goes, "Oh, it's about fucking 12:30." You know. I once convinced these two American girls, right, that we had sharks would swim up to us in Darling Harbour. We'd feed them at lunchtime.
And they bought that.
Yeah.
Oh,
They were
you
like,
gotta love,
really? And I was
you
like,
gotta
yeah.
love the American girls. Yeah.
Then I started expanding the story even more. I was like, yeah, we feed them all the time. We go and buy food from the shops, and then kids are allowed to feed them at lunchtime. It's a true story. That was in Pittsburgh somewhere.
And they bought that.
Yeah, they loved
Oh
it.
yeah.
Or
They're
maybe
like,
they were playing
"Oh."
the joke, but I thought they thought I was serious. I was like, oh shit, they think I'm serious. So I kept going with it.
Well, they're
I
probably
didn't
from
stop.
McKeesport. They're probably from McKeesport, and they think
It's like we have a big like in Sydney, like
Baby Shark song.
yeah.
you know where the Sydney Harbour bridges are, Darling Harbour, all the ships come and stuff. So I convinced them like during the summer and like when the sharks are around and whatnot, that like there are shops to go to. You're able to go buy food, and all the kids run down to the steps and they come in and swim up. They're like, really? And I was like, yeah, yeah. And then I was like, oh fuck, I think I've got them here. So I started speaking even more, and I was like, yeah, about lunchtime, all the families go down there and feed them. They feed them like fish and stuff.
And the one time at lunch, I grabbed the shark fin and it took me for a little cruise. And I was like, and I almost got bit, but I jumped back on the shore because that's how it is there.
Well, they could have been playing the game with me, but I feel like they weren't playing the game.
They probably bought it hook, line, and I mean, if they're like me, they're probably naive. Like, oh, Foster's for beer from Australia, and nobody from Australia drinks the goddamn thing.
No, I never had it. I've never seen it.
Like, that's the biggest joke ever, right there. Like,
how is the first time I see Foster's in Pittsburgh? Like, that's the very first time I've ever seen it.
That's unreal. Like, I thought,
I saw a big what do you call them? The big 2.6, the big cans. Yeah, the big can. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, I've never seen one of them before.
So they market it to the United States. You guys think it's piss, but us Americans who drank it back in the day thought it was great. Which, no offense, that we're just goofballs because we didn't realize that you guys never drank it.
No, we don't. It's just not a thing. And we drink like other beers, like Super Dry, Carlton Dry, 4X, Tui's New, Tui's Old. Always have different labels and like Australian beer.
Oh god.
Yeah. Always other beers, like good beers. It is gross. It's Kez right. It's fucking gross. I didn't even finish it in Dublin. I was like, what the I gotta get out of here.
Good God.
All right. Here's our halftime break talking about beer and my stories convincing these two girls from America that sharks swam in the Darling Harbour. They probably do. There probably are sharks in there, but we don't
kids can feed them. That's the funny part.
Yeah, you feed them.
And they're like, oh, Mark, that's so sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's get back on track. So trade stuff's over. They didn't get it, but here's some more things that I think I want to talk about too.
Okay.
Didn't have any trades. We got Kyle Duggan. He's played good. He's gonna play safety. They've moved personnel around. Jalen Ramsey now has been confirmed to play free safety. Thoughts on that, fellas? It worked out last time. That looked good.
Is he free safety or is he a strong safety?
Strong safety will be Duggan. He'll play free safety.
Duggan's playing strong safety. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay.
And Thornhill is the backup where he needs to be because he's a nice guy on TikTok, but he's just not Steeler-fied in the secondary because, I mean, Jones still threw for over 300 yards. I mean, we got to look at the great stuff that the Steelers did. We also got to look a little bit at the bad stuff. We need to tighten up our secondary. So I
agree. Does that mean that the Elliott injury was a blessing in disguise then? Maybe they wouldn't make that move if he didn't get injured to bring in the player.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. But you know what? Rod Woodson moved to safety when he won the Super Bowl, right? That year?
Mm-hmm.
No. He went to corner. He come back from that injury and played corner. They never moved him to safety. That's why he didn't play. I think he got he went with the 49ers or the Ravens or something. He left the Steelers because they didn't move his position.
Yeah, but he won a Super Bowl
not with us. Not with us, though. Yeah, he could have. They should have let Rod Woodson change the position. That would have been awesome and great. But they didn't do that. But also too losing Elliott, who's the best tackler right now. You know what I mean?
He's huge. He is huge for this team. But the move was to go and get Kyle Duggar to play his spot or whatever, then move Ramsey back there. And then Eccles on the outside playing like the nickel slot or whatever it is. It looks kind of good.
He played a very good game. I mean, he played, I love to see Corey Trice sometime this year would be great.
Yeah, that injuries and that is a whole thing in itself. I can't figure that out. He's only played 3 games or 4 games in his career, something like 5. So Darius Slay was on the other side, and of course Joey Porter had probably his better game, but he's getting very handsy with the penalties, right? Very, very handsy as always. But here's the thing. So there was other news too that this happened. Steelers released Beanie Bishop, and they got in the other guy, MVS. What are your thoughts about the fall off of Beanie Bishop? I'm not even sure it's his fault. I just don't know if the team wants him.
When that happened, I said, hey, he's probably not going to play again because they brought in guys that were more talented, more experienced, and I'm really surprised not that he was released, but at the outpouring of love from the Steelers fans. Mm-hmm. On Facebook, there's been like, what the hell's happening? Beanie Bishop was released. I thought, okay, I'm done reading it. I see another post. Oh my gosh, they released Beanie Bishop. He was a fan favorite, and it shows highlights. It's really great to see that people really liked him because he was a good player. He did a great job. I am surprised.
4 picks last year, played really well for us.
He was in the right positions at the right time to get those picks that made an impact.
Yeah,
right. He played that strong safety spot. Like the nickel, like he played over the slot as a defensive back. But shit, I don't know, guys.
He's going to be a trivia question. Who was a guy that intercepted Aaron Rodgers twice, and it's going to be Beanie Bishop in the same game.
Yeah, Beanie gets picked up somewhere else.
I hope he does. I hope he does.
He might as well make the practice squad come back. We don't know. These things change all the time. However, it does feel like, I guess, maybe the upgrade was with Eccles or other secondary. But then same time, how they were playing last 2 games, you need someone to get in there and play some football. And Beanie Bishop was doing that. But he was a fan favorite because he played really well last year, getting the picks. And, he was doing really good. Anyways, I wanted to bring that up because that was a personnel move. They cut him, bring in MVS.
They've been doing stuff like they just picked up some people the other day for the practice squad and they just released them. They just picked them up, then they just released that Plumlee, the receiver quarterback. He was
around for a bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
But also he was around. But also the Steelers have signed, and I don't know this guy. Daquan Hardy, defensive back, and they brought back Mark Robinson to the practice squad.
I see
the linebacker. Right?
Why? For special teams?
Maybe this teams. Maybe this a hard hitting guy. I don't think he'll play any reps in.
With the new setup for the kick return, a guy like Beanie Bishop, you can't really use him unless he's returning kicks. So.
Mm-hmm. But also, because I think there's a lot. People say, "Oh, Mike Tomlin doesn't do anything." It's a fucking. If you look into it, there's a lot happening. They've now got Kishore Williams, 85. He's been returning punts and kickoff returns, right? He's doing a pretty good job.
I like him
doing the kickoff return. I actually prefer Calvin Austin to do punt return. I think he's better at that job, punt return, than Williams is. However, this rookie is now playing for a team that's 5-3. Could you imagine being a rookie and your only job now is to focus on teams and do that the best you can, and that gets him involved? Also, you saw Williams out there blocking on one play too. So they're getting people involved. Like I like that move where he's now. I think Scotty Miller. I think he could be on the cut. Like he might be demoted soon because his finger's sore, and the other blokes moved up. So in that personnel sense, they've moved the receiver.
MVP will be moving up very shortly because him and Rodgers. He had 1,300 yards. He had like 10 touchdowns or something. Him and Rodgers played together for 4 years. And Aaron might have said, "Hey, get me somebody." We don't know what Aaron said. I just, and if they have that good camaraderie and they're a good rapport and see how it goes, you know what I mean? And maybe you do some kind of setting where, DK is not getting double teamed. They're going to have to cover. I'm going to call him MVP now because I'm going to fuck up his name. So MVP. Yeah. I mean, he has a Super Bowl ring. I mean, he has speed, even though, so I just want us to score. I just want us to score. Yeah, there's something. And they were supposed to bring him in last week, and they didn't, so they brought him in this week. So that means nobody wanted him. And I know he might be a little older, but sometimes, I don't know. And I'm sure I will watch NFL stuff today here or later on, and it's probably all crazy. People
just don't watch the fan. Don't watch the fan. Don't watch.
No. I don't like no.
I also see in the chat too. I can't take my eyes off it. Afton said there's something happened in Louisville. Maybe a plane crash or something happened over there. So that's terrible.
Wow. We had a fire in Butler, and it was
UPSMD. That's crazy.
It was the old Bantam Jeep works. So the Jeep was invented about 6 miles from my house. and the building where it was invented just burnt down.
Oh, damn.
So
Cargo plane crashes on takeoff in Louisville. Multiple injuries after.
200K
Big
gallon
fire.
fuel.
That's
a
terrible.
lot. That's big. That's a big explosion.
A UPS.
That's a big fire too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Oof.
So what I don't know. Yeah, it's huge. Holy smokes.
I'll have to look that up.
Well, thoughts and prayers to all everyone, families and everyone.
And the area, I mean, the area is probably, they got people, first responders and emergency help and stuff like that. Like those guys don't get enough. They don't get enough praise.
That's a big. That's a lot of fire.
Damn.
That's a big fire. There's no hot dogs and fucking marshmallows getting roasted.
No, that's bad.
Yeah.
And that's what the crazy thing about sports is, right? Sports is sports, and then something happens like that. What do you it's unreal.
Yeah, but when things are bad, sports are great to get your mind off it or bring a nation or community together. So,
well, you always got an icebreaker. If you're trying to talk to somebody, sports is always the first thing that you probably talk about.
Or the weather.
Well, that too. Yeah, I try to talk about sports.
Shane? When you get, I'm really interested. When you get into an elevator, Shane, you have to go, you're in the hotel and someone's in there, right? And you have to go 10 floors up. So you're in there about 35 seconds. What do you talk to the person in the elevator about?
I usually don't talk to the people in elevators.
You don't say hello to them? You don't say, hey, how are you, mate?
No, I rode an elevator with John Bon Jovi and I didn't say anything. So
Really?
Why not?
Yeah.
Oh man, you didn't sing a song?
My wife, I'm like, I got this to my wife. I elbow her and I point, and like this, like
bust out a ballad?
She just looks at me like. So,
how close were you to Bon Jovi? How were you like elbows and hitting
he was on that side of the elevator. I'm on that side, leaning there like that, and it was like 7:45 in the morning.
So you actually were in somebody famous in your elevator. I never get anybody famous.
My wife tells the story better. We were going to this Wounded Warrior Project thing, and there's another veterans thing in Vegas, and it was right after the Brian Stan fight, and Marcus Luttrell was there. He was on stage, and he was like 4 people down from me. They brought us out on stage, and then we sat in the front row, and then Bon Jovi came up on stage.
Wow.
Yeah, we
living on a prayer. There you go.
Yeah.
I also saw was it Peter Criss? What's the one? I don't know all the Kiss members.
Peter Criss just passed away.
Yeah, that was the one who just passed away. We saw him walking through the Mandalay Bay also.
I ever get my wife on the show, I want her to tell the Aussie when she met Ozzy come on the elevator. Hello, ladies. I mean, it was when she was major.
Why you guys meet in elevators? All these people in elevators.
I don't meet anybody. I tell you, one time I went down to a Steeler game one time, and I used to park behind High Tops because I used to go to the Triple Deuce, which was the best dive bar in Pittsburgh during a Steeler game. It was the best. And I remember I went with me and Brad Gifford, and Gifford walked right in. He tried to go through, and he hit the glass. Boom! It was funny. You had to be there because it was glass. I mean, I think he almost knocked himself out, but it was, you go right down and you go right to the Triple Deuce. And now it's a parking lot. Like those times, I miss those. That's the time when I was a season ticket holder. You know what I mean? And that was a bar where you'd walk in, you knew like 30 or 40 people from Indiana County. They were there, back in the day,
Here's a question for the chat. Now I'm really interested. Who have you met in an elevator? I think that this is like a story of all the different.
But I've never met anybody in an elevator. I had my cousin met in Montana in an elevator.
I never.
Did you meet John Bon Jovi in an elevator?
I didn't meet him though. I didn't talk to him.
But you were in the elevator with him, right? You were in the elevator, like right there, right?
Yeah.
Isn't there a song about that? Is there a rock song? Love an elevator.
Love that elevator.
That's is that Aerosmith?
Aerosmith, yeah.
Imagine if you met him in an elevator.
Oh.
That's where it's at. All right. Let me know in the chat who have you met, because I don't think I've met anyone in an elevator.
Never.
Jaime says Super Bowl in Tampa. I was there the whole weekend, and I rode the elevators up and down for fun. And Kardashian's mum was there.
Oh, no kidding.
Chris Jenner.
Morcott Mike Irvin. Same elevator. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
They can't escape you once you're in there. They can't escape you. You're stuck with them.
No, way to go.
They have to
way to
get your
go.
autograph. Yeah, Aerosmith.
Most people see me in an elevator like we're waiting for the next one.
I'm always talking in an elevator because I'm like, oh, I hope we go in here. The weight just, I gained a little bit of weight.
Yeah, what do you say, Bubba, when you get in? We got 35 seconds and you're going up and there's like two people in there, you and your wife, whoever. Like, what? And there's four.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm in an elevator with somebody that has another football team hat on, I'm saying something. Oh, I'm saying something.
Like good or bad?
Well, I'm going to ask them, I'm going to throw old players out because if they're a fan of, say, the Buffalo Bills and they don't know who Jim Kelly is, well, then we got a problem. You know what I mean? Like there's the people that jumped on like, oh, the Buffalo Bills, I'm a fan. Well, name
Kelly.
Yeah. Name me James. Hey, James Lofton played for the Buffalo Bills. Thank you very much. And I mean, I'll throw that out there. And I'm like, well, then you're not really a fan, And then like, well, why do you say that? I'm like, well, if you're truly a fan of your NFL football team, you'll know who played in the past, you'll know who played in the present, and you'll know what's going on. So, I mean, oh my God, George, you didn't. Oh my God, you see George had. Oh,
who is that?
Oh my God, Raquel Welch.
That's crazy.
Oh my God, she's the super hottest model actress. She passed away, but oh my God, in 100 Rifles. She was in like what movie was that? Was like
6 Million BC.
Oh my God, she is so
super
hot.
Yeah, right.
Was he kidding? Oh, don't kid like that, George. Because you got my. I was like, oh my God, you meant Raquel Welch.
He's joking. All right, there was a real one though. Pepper has here. I flew the same flight, Miami South Beach, with Darryl Johnston and Emmett Smith. That's interesting.
Hey, look what happened to Emmett Smith. I mean, Emmett Smith, went to the Cardinals, didn't end his career with the Cowboys.
And we had met Muhammad at how do you guys say that one?
Muhammad Ali. Wait, met Muhammad?
Is that Muhammad. Like you guys say Adidas or Adidas?
Is that Muhammad Ali or is it just met Muhammad? Is that the God Muhammad?
The prophet.
I would say this. So William Hudson, Rocky Blyer is probably the most approachable of the old Steelers. Absolutely, hands down.
Oh yeah. Oh, Ali.
Is that someone's phone then, or is that?
Oh, is that me? Can you hear me? That's my sister.
Oh, I thought it was my phone.
No, people are calling me this whole show. No, I'm not.
Yeah, put her on.
It's funny. It's funny.
I think she's already gone. She gets mad. She gets mad.
Yeah, Rocky Blyer, I have heard too. He's very. He had his own podcast. He does a lot of interviews and stuff like that.
I love Rocky Blyer.
Adidas.
I love him. I love him as a person. I love his story. I love that he's still the Rock. I
have a video. Let me try and find. I've got a video with Rocky Blyer somewhere.
The Rocky Blyer story.
I have an autograph when I was a kid. Rocky Blyer gave my grandfather an autograph. I have an autograph of him, and I have him and Gifford downstairs drinking a beer downstairs. My best man at my wedding downstairs.
Yeah, you guys want to hear this?
Yeah,
I got a 50-second video. One of the guys from training camp 2 years ago sent me this video. So what better time to play it now? He talks about the Immaculate Reception. I probably can't give out his name. Oh no, it was one of the guys who used to work for CBS. He used to come around the channel a fair bit, but he hasn't been around for a while. But he sent me this when he was at training camp last year, and I haven't had a really time to play it. But what better time than now?
Better, yeah. Talking about Rocky Blyer.
It's a 50-second clip about Rocky Blyer talking about the Immaculate Reception. So let me load it in. I'll load it in a minute. But yeah, it's pretty interesting that people have all these stories about. Celebrities are everywhere. I've seen heaps of celebrities all over the shop. When you go to NFL, Super Bowl, stuff like that, or just run around town. Or even when I was in Dublin, I was
out with you late at night, and they're like, "Oh, there's Mark, the podcaster, Steeler podcaster from Australia." I mean,
doing the fuck. All right, Here's Rocky. I can't remember what he says, so it could be swearing in this. I have no idea.
He doesn't.
Let's play
He's
it.
not a big
No,
player.
he's pretty.
Let's see what he's talking about.
Black ice spot, and you're sliding, and you're spinning off, and you're going over the side, and there's a tree right in front of you. You're not sitting in that driver's seat going like, oh shit, I'm going to hit this tree. You go, oh my God. That's the reaction you had on that last minute. The ball was thrown. All you saw was a collision, the ball go, and you went,
you think it's over.
Like this. It's over. You went,
it's
you know,
over.
like this, and you missed all
Missed the play. Missed the play.
You saw it on replay. You saw it all these years later, but at that moment.
So you were kind of.
I was on the sidelines, and I said to myself, I can remember this. I said to myself, I can't watch this. and honest to God, I walked away, and then I hear the scream and go up and so on.
Thank you, Mr. Bell.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You might remember Rita. You know.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Someone sent me that. A guy who used to work for the camera company went with his son 2 years ago. I can't remember. So thank you, the bloke who sent it to me. I can't remember your name.
Well, thank you for showing it, because there's a lot of people that look. Rocky Blyer in Steeler lore and just Rocky Blyer or whatever. It's you know.
Yeah, that was 2000, I think, 23. Or maybe last year. I can't remember.
He still looks good. Like he can run the rock.
Yeah, and he was talking about the reception. So yeah, it's pretty cool. That's a bit of we haven't talked once about the Chargers game. That's fine. Talking about elevators and Rocky Blyer.
Well, I believe this game Sunday. I from what I heard this morning was their tackles are injured.
Yeah, they're both
tackles.
They're in rough shape.
Yeah, so
a lot of injuries.
This is a game that the Steelers could win, and it would make us viable in the AFC, because this is getting to be the meaty part of the schedule again. You know what I mean? So, you know, I mean,
I think as well, like Will says, thank you for sharing that. I would love to, I think one year I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to maybe in 2030. I'm going to go from training camp to Super Bowl, like stay over the whole time.
You talked about this.
Shane's
going to every Steeler game.
I have a job lined up for you.
What kind of job?
You just
pickleball coach?
The work visa.
Oh, what is it?
It'd be working at April's school.
Yeah, right. What, teaching English?
They'd have to teach you. No,
teaching Australian English? They come up with an accent.
The translator. No, it'd be working in a special needs classroom as an aide. You get benefits, dental health.
There you go.
I'm have to consider that completely, because I do that now. Really, with my Fridays, we have special needs kids come in to play pickleball and run around town. They're honestly some of the best people out there. Like they're so.
But it makes you feel like your job is actually very rewarding when you actually see that, and you see the smiles on the kids, because it's a little different kind of reward when you're working doing.
Oh, they're just so happy with anything. Like you just Mark, because I've been missing for a while too. I'll come back. They'll be like, "Oh, Mark, I missed you." And not many people say that, right? Yeah. So we have a class of special needs kids come in and play pickleball, basketball, that kind of stuff for about an hour and a half, and they're just happy just to chill, and like they don't care what they're hitting. They could hit like anything, but they're shooting or whatever. So they're a lot of fun. They're awesome. They're definitely makes you think about when someone's arguing about something, and you ask how their day is, and they're like, "I brought a sandwich," and you're like, "Fantastic!" You're like, "Let's go. That's great. They got a sandwich." You know, they're very happy with like being content with whatever. You know, that would be There's one guy he wore, because we have NRL here, like rugby league. He wore like his Bulldogs jersey, blue and white, Bulldogs hat, Bulldogs long pants, Bulldogs socks. Ready. And I was like, "Mate, are you a Bulldogs fan?" He's like, "Yeah. How'd you know?" I was like, "I don't know. What gave it away?"
And I've told this story before. I was at Planet Fitness, and this is right after I tore my bicep, and I'm still in there trying to work out. And I'm like, "What the hell are you doing, Shane? You're 50 years old. Your biceps torn. You're still trying to like work out." I'm thinking this, and I'm feeling bad about myself. And there's a girl in there who has Down syndrome, and she gets dropped off, and she gets after it. She usually is on elliptical. She's not on the weights, but she was in the weights. and she looks right in the mirror, and she says, dead ass, cold, like, I'm getting jacked. I'm like, I look at her. I said, you getting jacked? She's like, yeah. I said, okay. So every time I see her, I give her a fist pump, and I said, you getting jacked? She goes, yeah. So seeing her just get so excited, and it was like she's doing a promo. She watched way too much. I think she's watched more wrestling than this guy right here.
Yeah. Well, they love special needs kids love professional wrestling. So during my whole career,
so, I mean,
I dealt with a lot, and I would give them the time to talk to them, and they would try to put me in a bear. They would hug me like, oh, Bubba. And I'm like,
entertainment though. The wrestling is entertainment and fun. Like it's all about the theater and like, you know, getting like jacked up and like, you know, hitting people
but
and, like
spending for me, like I'm not like Ric Flair or whatever, or The Rock or Austin, but for me, when I did it, to me, and I gave them that time to say hello, to sign autographs, to pose for pictures. Because that's just how I am. I'm to this day, I'll go to a wrestling show and they're like, "Hey, Bubba, can you sign this? Hey, Bubba, can I get a picture?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, cool." You know, I mean, because to me, I'm always going to be always giving because that's my way to give back. So, yeah.
No, it's good fun. It's very
all three of us are very positive people, so we try to
very.
No, but that you know, you think about how bad it is, and then you see someone that just has a great outlook that's getting after it, and she wasn't jacked. By the way, Mark, I'm just telling you, she wasn't jacked, but she looked in the mirror, and after she got a little swole,
confidence,
like,
bro.
I'm getting jacked. It's that she's working towards it.
we had one of the women there for an hour and then a Friday. I think sometimes they do it on purpose, and they actually are pretty funny. She picked up like the remote, you know, like a TV remote, as her phone was ringing, and said hello, and I was like, that's funny. Like I can't even think of that kind of shit. And they do it where they actually are like they trying to make you laugh. Like they're just hilarious. It's very refreshing. And they come in every Friday. And
because like, hey, nothing's serious, because they have a different outlook and a different look about life. So it's to me and us, it might be serious to them. It's no stress, whatever, and they're just happy to be there. And they're happy that they're happy that something's going on. They're happy that you're doing pickleball or basketball or just you're interacting with them. And that's what makes it all seem
and
so
then
real.
Like some of our group, there's different levels of like how hard their lives are and that kind of stuff. 100%. Their lives are very, very, very difficult. However, the small time frame I see them, they're just like, happy shooting the ball. Or there's like, hit as hard as they can. It's good fun.
Yeah.
That's cool. Alrighty. So let's, like this game coming up, the Chargers. I won't be going live. I don't think you guys will be going live. I might jump into the chat here and there. It is my 12:20.
You're allowed anytime. Yes.
Well, I was on your show at 4 a.m. once when I was in
I love it when you do the play. Hey Bob, let me do the play-by-play. I'm like, yeah, sure. And you're like,
I do enjoy that.
Pass. Yeah, I know, because you seem like you have that, and that could be your spiel of being a play-by-play broadcaster.
I could get you doing play-by-play at a high school with that accent. We could get you picked up real quick.
Is that like over the? Can everyone hear it in the crowd and stuff?
Yeah, you'd be in the booth. I've done it for the junior high.
I did too. I have too.
So what you do is you have a spotter, someone with binoculars. They'll tell you like number 7 made the play. And then you look at your sheet and you're like, number 7 is Joe Shit the Ragman. You're like, Joe Shit the Ragman.
Made the tackle.
Number 22.
7-yard gain for
10-yard gain.
Up the middle.
Yep, that's pretty much what you do. And then spotter will say 23. And then you just say, okay. And then you just you call the game.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, cool. Now it is fun. Like I tried. You got to put some personality behind it, but just the way even the Steelers are playing now, like in the jumbo package, and like Darnell in motion, the big man behind there feeds off to Warren behind Darnell, slips through to the middle linebackers, knocks him over, 8-yard gainer. Let's go.
And there's no way Darnell Washington's 264 pounds. I don't care what anybody's smoking. There ain't no way. He's legitimately 330, 340. He's a big man.
I saw a photo on Facebook the other day. Someone saw him at the supermarket, and he's a massive guy. He's huge.
Big. He's huge. Yeah. Very big. And I know what I weigh. I mean, right now I'm legit. I hate to say this. Like I'm 380 some pounds. I know. Yeah, I don't want to be that way, but I mean, he's got me by 7 inches.
for this game, fellas, I know you guys probably talk about tomorrow too on your podcast at 9 p.m. But I won't be doing the show, but I'll be in it here and there because I got to go to work after. So I think I might just chill and watch the game. It's going to be a fun game, right? What's going to happen? Are we going to continue the success of our defense and win these Gunner games? 5-3 Steelers versus 6-3 Chargers. Sunday Night Football. What's going to happen, Bubba?
Well, I just think the national headways and talking heads that were they were bashing the Steelers defense. I mean, they had a casket.
Yeah, I know.
At Heinz, I call it Heinz Field. At Heinz Field, like people were praying and, defense, whatever, in the casket. And I'm like, if those guys didn't hear about that, they probably sure did. Somebody had to tell them, So that's never ever happened that I know of.
I've never seen that
fan
in the
where
pregame
a casket is, but they rose up and there's a meme.
Are you even allowed to buy a casket and bring it? Like
you're allowed to. You're allowed to bring a casket. You just can't have a dead body, I don't think. But I know Shane brought me a thing. Like there was a meme. There was always a meme of the Undertaker rising up out of a thing, and I think Shane sent me a meme because Shane sends me tons of memes, tons of stuff. And I think it was the Undertaker was the Steelers, and he rose up because somebody was going to put the casket. They were the Colts, and then the Undertaker rose up, and then But I think our defense, the young guys playing defense. What do you do?
I don't know. He's gone.
What the hell? He went like this, and then all of a sudden he's gone.
He's going to come back as Taker.
Maybe he just.
He's gonna...
I don't know what he's doing, but I will say this. I think the Steelers. There he is. I think the Steelers defense, with all those takeaways, prove something, and they just got to keep doing something. And Sunday night in Los Angeles, because this is still a big game. It's an AFC opponent.
Fans there.
It's a big game
out west. Are huge.
And TJ Watt has now, like I said, everybody that's getting paid money has shown up, and the young squad of Keanu Benton, Harmon, Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer, and Peyton Wilson just added to a little more besides the guys who are making big money. And I mean, that was Peyton Wilson's best game in his career, from what I've been told by even Mark Madden said it was the best game ever. And when Mark Madden says something, it's got to be something real.
I don't even listen to Mark Madden.
I know. I just didn't want to, because I just want to hear his bullshit, because that's what it is. But that's true, though. Peyton Wilson did have a good game.
He had 14 tackles. He had a great game. He had everything going on. Shadow, what do you think? You talked about last week, and you told us off the edge. Can we continue this success? Maybe not all the not 6 turnovers, but can we be a good defense and a good team to win this game?
I think you'll have a couple sacks, maybe 1 turnover, but you're not going to see anything like last week.
Maybe
you'll see some sacks, but you won't see a strip sack from TJ. You think
Herbert gets the ball out quicker than Danny Jones went back to old Danny Dimes? He was holding the ball way too long.
Yeah, you're not going to see that. I think you're going to put pressure on him. He's going to make some passes.
Well, with those 2 tackles out, Shane, do you think the Steelers defense is going to just prey on Justin Herbert? I like Justin Herbert. I know he's not a Steeler, but he's going to face the Steelers, so I have no time for him. But without those tackles, the Steelers defense
or hand the ball off. But I mean, I think they're going to try to run the ball against the Steelers.
I don't think they're going to run the ball now, because we
stopped
Taylor to 45. I think when we stopped him to 45 yards, that was a bigger statement than
anything. Who's their running back, though? They got no. Isn't Hampton out? Isn't Hampton and
No, they don't have anybody. They don't have.
Who is it? I don't know. I have no idea.
They ran Jarrett Patterson and Vidal, and Herbert ran for 57 yards. They got to watch out for him too. He can run as well.
But if he gets tackled, I mean, he gets beat.
They don't have any Najee. They have no Hampton. They have no tackles. They have the receivers who are good receivers, Johnson, McConkey. They have Keenan Allen, veteran.
I think McConkey's going to be a problem.
You'll see sacks, but I just don't foresee any maybe 1 fumble, but you're not going to see any interceptions.
Oh, Chargers pick up a tackle and try. There you go.
I didn't know that.
But they have the running game. This is the one the Steelers are like. We're going to go into fire Tomo mode again if we don't turn up for this game. That's going to be very frustrating. They've got to play the exact same way.
It's just a waste of energy doing that, for real. It's just it's just a waste of energy with the head
But
coach.
I want this team to be competitive. Like, don't fall into the Packers zone again, where it's like bad defense and not being.
Well, look at the Packers; they lost to the Carolina Panthers and lost their tight end for the rest of the year. That's why I thought they were going to be calling Pittsburgh for a tight end. That's why I thought, but it didn't happen. Thank God. So
I know, guys.
What?
I said I'm excited for this weekend. It's going to be a good one.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. All right, so you guys are doing the show tomorrow. We'll start to wrap up. And yeah, just an announcement. I don't think I'll be doing a live stream on my channel, Steelers Oz, because I want to enjoy the game and then go to work. It's just a little hard to do football, yell at the TV.
I just want to enjoy the game and go to bed happy. That's what I want to do. I want to enjoy the game and go to bed happy. I don't want to cry on my wife's shoulder because we lost, because that gets to be.
I think this is a fun. This is like Steelers versus Chargers primetime matchup. This is a fun, and with both good teams at the moment. So this is going to be a fun matchup. Let's do a bold prediction. Actually, I had my bold prediction last week. I can't. What did I say? TJ Watt 5 sacks or something like that? I can't remember. TJ Watt had like 2 sacks and fumble. I got one right. Let's do a bold prediction, Bubba. What's going to stand out for you for the Steelers to win this game?
I'm going to say that the receiving core has to come to Los Angeles and catch balls. I'm going to base all this game on the receiving core: Metcalf, Austin, Roman Wilson, the receiving core. And if they got this MVP, I'm going to call him, not MVS. I'm going to call him MVP. If the receiving core comes in and is, say, 85%, the Pittsburgh Steelers will win. I'm going to take the Steelers anyway, but I think it'll be way more and, stuff like that. Oh, I'm getting so excited. I almost pulled my thing out. But, yeah, that's my hot take. That's my big thing, is the Steelers receiving core put on a performance.
Shana, what about you? Any bold predictions?
I'm like, what the hell? Bubba took my.
I was thinking
sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Well, you got me first. I'm sorry. I didn't.
No. I agree with Bubba. I think the receivers, DK is going to actually have a decent game. He's not going to drop so many balls. I think it's the business as usual. The tight ends are going to be, making some big catches. I think they're going to. Aaron Rodgers is going to spread their wealth. Your buddy MVP is going to actually make a couple catches. I think the defense has a little bit of a lull. They're going to be competent, but you're not going to see the same performance you saw last week. I think they're going to win 31 to, I'd say, 18.
I'm going to go a different direction. I'm going to go something what I saw last week, and I hope they use him earlier and they use him often. I reckon Caleb Johnson might have his breakout game as a Steeler.
Ooh, that's good. I like that.
I think when I break out game, that means getting 35 yards or 40 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the way I saw what the Steelers are doing on offense, they were using Warren and the other bloke there, Gainwell. Same time, though, they did give a few snaps and a few series, I think, to Caleb Johnson. And I feel like prime time, this defense, I think they're missing what they haven't got a few players out. I don't know if they're any good run stopping or whatever. They're not super crazy. I think the fan base for us will be like a Steelers home game. And I reckon Mike Tomlin and crew are going to give him, let's say 5 to 6, maybe 7 carries. And I think he gets like 40 yards. I know it's crazy, but that's
good though. Game. That's good.
I think they're going to warm him up. They're going to warm him up. Especially it's getting colder into November.
In the fourth quarter.
It's prime time. It's third quarter, fourth quarter. I think he might break one. We need to see something like that when we go, holy fuck, we drafted that guy. This could be the moment for the Steelers, and I think for the fan base to go that. I think Caleb Johnson has something to talk about. All right, fellas. Oh, prediction scores. We just win. I'll just go, fucking.
Well,
you know what?
I don't say anything about. I always take Steelers I took them last. I take them every week. I am never.
I'll go 29-27. I think we win by a field goal. 29-27. What do you think, Bubba?
31-17 Pittsburgh.
Ooh, by 2 scores. All right. And 100%. You're going to protect A-Rod at all costs. If he's healthy and get the job done. He has been fantastic for us. He's been really good. Like the
MVP so far. I'm still working on that. I'm still working on that jersey. I got to pay some bills. I'm just being honest. I will get one. Believe me.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's get out of here. Thank you,
Boy.
Bubba. Thank you, Shane. And thanks everyone in the chat. Thank you as well to Gene for the $1.99 on both channels.
Thank you, Gene.
I'll see you guys tomorrow on the AFC North roundtable, where I'm going to absolutely rip the shreds off
I loved your video. You got to play that video tomorrow.
No, I can't play the video. I'll just
You're like, you know what? You just tell them, hey, I got something for you. Just come on to my Steelers Nation Australia because I have something for all you Cincinnati fans, but I'm not allowed to play it today. But I played it already on my site. So if you want to watch something, go ahead.
The first time since 1966, a team who scored 38 points back-to-back lost since the New York Giants.
His 10-minute commentary tomorrow is not worth 10 minutes. It's only worth 10 seconds.
I had to cut him off. I was getting annoyed. I was like, you can shut the fuck up. Play the chicken dance. I haven't got it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Shut up.
All right, let's get out of here. Thank you, Bubba. Thank you, Shane. Thanks, chat.
Thank you.
You guys are
See you
awesome.
tomorrow.
Steelers are playing good football. Primetime game. Get excited. Let's get behind our team. Wave our terrible towers. This is a fucking time right now to be 5-3, 6-3. We win this game. We have a chance to get the playoff very, very, very soon. Like, this is the time now, November, getting near Christmas. These are the fun games, the amped up games where we have to go and support. Don't worry about, like, firing Mike Tomlin. Just support your fucking team as best you can. Put that on a billboard. Support your fucking team. All right. See you guys. Get out of here. Bye, bye, bye. And let's play this one as always. I'll see you guys later.
Hey, Road.
Put the light. Left the light on. See you later. Bye.